Imagine a war so bizarre that soldiers stopped fighting to play football, a king fought as an ordinary soldier, and glow-in-the-dark dogs were used for secret missions. Sounds unbelievable. World War I wasn't just about trenches and battles, it was full of strange, mysterious, and downright shocking moments that history books rarely talk about. Today, we're diving into 10 of the weirdest and most fascinating stories from the Great War. Pushpin, stay till the end for a fact that kept a country at war for over 40 years. Bell, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing history content. World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918. It was a war of innovation, tragedy, and unexpected moments of humanity. While most people know about the brutal trench warfare and the use of new deadly weapons, there are many lesser-known stories that make this war even more fascinating. Today, we'll explore 10 of the strangest and most interesting facts about World War I, events that seem almost unbelievable but really happened. Imagine this: it's Christmas Eve, and you're huddled in a freezing trench somewhere in Belgium. Gunfire and artillery shells have been a daily nightmare, but suddenly, you hear something unexpected: singing. British and German soldiers put down their weapons and began singing Christmas carols. Some even climbed out of their trenches, shaking hands with the enemy in no man's land. They exchanged gifts, played football, soccer, and celebrated Christmas together. This unofficial ceasefire, known as the Christmas Truce of 1914, was a rare moment of peace in one of the bloodiest wars in history. However, the truce didn't last long. The commanders quickly put a stop to it, fearing it would make soldiers less willing to fight. Still, this event remains one of the most touching examples of humanity during wartime. One of the strangest legends from World War I is the story of the Angels of Mons. British soldiers fighting in Belgium in 1914 reported seeing ghostly figures, shining warriors that appeared out of nowhere and helped them fight off the Germans. Some soldiers swore they saw angelic beings, while others described a ghostly army on horseback. Historians believe this story was likely a mix of exhaustion, fear, and wartime propaganda. However, the tale of the Phantom Battalion became a major morale booster for the British Army. Whether real or not, it remains one of the most bizarre myths of the war. In 1917, the Battle of Tanga, also known as the Battle of the Bees, took place in German East Africa, modern-day Tanzania. British and Indian troops attempted to invade the German-controlled area, but things took an unexpected turn when swarms of angry bees attacked both sides. The bees stung soldiers relentlessly, forcing them to flee. In the chaos, German troops, led by General Paul von Lettow-Vorbeck, managed to defeat the British. This bizarre encounter is often remembered as one of the most unusual military failures of the war. Before modern technology, armies had to rely on some truly unusual tactics for communication and battlefield strategies. Pigeons as secret agents. Homing pigeons were used to deliver messages across enemy lines. One famous pigeon, named Sher Ami, saved nearly 200 American soldiers by delivering a crucial message despite being shot and badly injured. She was awarded the French Croix de Guerre for her bravery. Glow-in-the-dark dogs. The British experimented with painting stray dogs with glow-in-the-dark paint and releasing them into no man's land at night, hoping they would run back to the trenches and expose enemy positions. Unsurprisingly, this plan failed, as the dogs became easy targets. Most people associate massive explosions with World War II, but one of the biggest man-made explosions in history actually happened during World War I. In 1917, in Halifax, Canada, a French ship carrying tons of explosives collided with another vessel in the harbor. The result? A catastrophic explosion that destroyed a huge part of the city and killed nearly 2,000 people. It was the largest explosion ever recorded before the atomic bomb. Most soldiers returned home to ordinary lives after World War I, but one man's fate was very different. Peter I of Serbia actually fought as an ordinary soldier despite being the king of Serbia. At over 70 years old, Peter refused to sit safely in the background while his country was at war. He walked alongside his men, ate the same food, and endured the hardships of battle. His courage made him a beloved figure, and after the war, he became the first ruler of Yugoslavia. The horrors of World War I led to devastating facial injuries, inspiring the early development of plastic surgery. A pioneering New Zealand doctor, Harold Gillies, began reconstructing faces of wounded soldiers, inventing techniques that are still used in modern medicine. Tanks were first introduced during World War I, but they were slow, unreliable, and often broke down. The first ever recorded tank battle took place in 1916 during the Battle of Flers-Courcelette. The British sent 49 tanks into battle, but only a few managed to reach enemy lines due to mechanical failures. While women weren't allowed to fight in most armies, some disguised themselves as men and secretly joined the battlefield. Maria Botchkareva, a Russian woman, convinced the Tsar to let her form an all-female combat unit, the Women's Battalion of Death. These fearless women fought on the front lines, proving their bravery in battle. The small European country of Andorra declared war on Germany in 1914 but was never invited to the Treaty of Versailles peace talks. Because of this, Andorra remained technically at war with Germany until 1958. World War I was more than just trenches and battles. It was a war filled with strange, mysterious, and even unbelievable stories. If you found these stories interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing historical content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe now.